All right, people. I got my new buddy here, Rolf, from YouTube. Came over to the house to hang out. I can no longer say I don't have any friends, because I have a few YouTube friends. But I got the baby seats in the M3. What we're gonna do is do the interior. So we're gonna vacuum. I mean, everybody knows how to vacuum, right?
I hope so.
We're gonna vacuum. We're going to just do general touch up to the interior. Then we'll do the windows, and then we're gonna treat the leather. The leather is really the only part that I would call detailing, because the rest of this is just cleaning, you know? And so we're gonna do the Leather Masters 3-stage detail, or 3-stage leather revitalization, or whatever they call it. So we'll clean it, revitalize it, and then protect it. So that's what we're gonna work on today. So I do have a couple of baby seats in here for you guys that wonder if I'm a real dad or not. I'm gonna take these out. Look at them like. See, look, you're a natural. And then there's the.
There's probably a latch in the back of it.
Well, there's latches in the right here on this.
Okay.
That go into the car. This is my practical race car. Yeah, just throw it right there. This other part's kind of hard to get off.
There we go. Yeah, that one's bigger.
Got it?
Got it.
All right, so we got the seats out. So, as you can see, the interior is pretty dialed in, but I haven't treated the leather since I got it. And I use these pads. These are Prince Lionheart, as you can see this. So this pad sits here. So you can see there's a little, you know, from the seat, but it largely protects the leather. You know, in a few hours that crease will be out. So this sits in the back and keeps the seat from getting too jacked up. And my son, who's 4, is not allowed to wear shoes in the car because we didn't jack up the back of my seats. It's a real pain in the rear because if we go, let's say you go to the grocery store or something, if you gotta put his shoes on when we get there, then we get back in the store. If you go to like 2 or 3 stores, I'm taking his shoes off like 5 times because he doesn't know how to tie his shoes yet. So it's kind of a lot of work. But so the back will dial in, the front. You can see there's actually, believe it or not, some dirt in my car. See, there's some dirt. So we're gonna dial in the front seats. I'm gonna talk you through that here today. My vacuum choice, Auric. This actually came for free with a, with my Auric upright. I don't know, it does a decent job. So I've got the little brush bristled end, and then this is for the carpets, and then it's nothing super special, but it does the job. And, I like it because it's lightweight, and I don't have to drag it around. I just carry it around with me, so it just makes it a little easier than maybe having a bigger, more powerful vacuum. I just don't get the car dirty, you know. So it's like all I got to do is just sweep up some sand and some dirt, and that's about it. All right, let's see if we can actually capture this. This is what I've been dreading doing, this interior business, because
We're going to leave the carpets in, we're not going to remove the carpet.
yeah, we'll take them out. So what I normally do is do this. I vacuum first, just to get all the major bulk dirt out of the car, and then we'll do the interior cleaning later. Too much on one circuit. Yeah, that was the... I got the TV on, the fans on, the vacuum on the same.
All the same.
All right, don't do that. All right, I'm gonna just clean the carpet real quick. The only thing that's annoying about this vacuum is you gotta kind of hold it between your legs. It slides around. Yeah. Pretty clean to me. Now we got Vias. I'm gonna take the carpets out, but I don't freaking care. All right, so I'm gonna do the other carpet, do the other area, and then we're done with the vacuuming. See, the beauty of taking care of it all the time just is you don't have to like, makes it quick work, yeah. So you guys are eating freaking cheeseburgers in your car. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know how to teach you how to clean a car then. The only advice I have is stop eating cheeseburgers in the car. I don't drink coffee. I don't eat fast food in the car, so I don't eat fast food traditionally. All right, carpets are dialed in. So since we're gonna do the leather, see normally what I would do is I'd actually use the Griot's interior cleaner on the leather too. You know, it's just like a soft cleaner. But because we're going to do the Leather Masters strong cleaner, we won't need to, it's sort of being redundant. So what I'm doing here is I got my new Uber or Microfiber Tech fancy soft white towels. I bought like 15 different interior towels, and these are the ones I decided I liked the most. So after trying a bunch of them. So what I usually do is just spray it on the towel. This is Griot's interior cleaner. The two interior cleaners I like is, one is this Griot's, and one's the Einzet. Their cockpit is really nice too. I just use the Griot's because it matches the bottles. So, yeah.
You don't want any shiny finish. You want
Yeah. We don't want any freaking Armor All crap where you get all kinds of slimy. All it does is attract dust, dirt. Ooh, I found a new. One of my buddies just got a new shift knob, the M Performance shift knob, but it's like, for the combo, it's like $550 or something like that. So, no, but it's Alcantara and it's triple stitched and it's a weighted shift knob. I'm gonna get it at some point, but yeah, I gotta have content, man. That's what I keep telling my wife. This shadow trim in here, it scratches really easily.
Plastic.
Yep. And I just use the back side of my interior cloth, and I'm always wiping this out. You know, once a week or so, just kind of wiping it, even with a wet towel from my door jamb, just kind of like wiping the dust off of here. So, you know, if your car's super dirty, you're gonna have to get in here and buff all this out, but I don't really have to do that because I don't, I'm not eating cheeseburgers in the car. So that's literally the extent of what I need to do is wipe the dash off, wipe the displays off, kind of dust out the vents, and then just wipe the top of the door handles. Sometimes the bottom of the door, but I really don't have, there really isn't much dirt in here to mess with. And this griot stuff really leaves, it's hard to explain. It's like a little bit of a satin finish, but it's not noticeable. It's kind of like that old adage, when you dress for success, like it shouldn't be like pop out. It shouldn't be something that someone thinks about. Like if you dress properly, then you go into a business meeting, then no one thinks, well, you look sloppy or you look overdressed. You're dressing for success. Well, same thing with interior. I just feel like if there's, why complicate it? Just keep it simple. So all you need is an interior cleaner from Griots or Onesie Einzet, and that's it. And I'll usually wipe off the tops of the seats and the sides and stuff. So that's it for the front. The rear, let's see what the rear looks like. I'm probably the only dad on the planet that doesn't allow kids to eat goldfish in the car. There really isn't any secret trick for the windows. Here, I'll do the side one here first for you guys. I'm using these new to me, these Rag Company, the same thing as Adam's waterless wash towel, but just buy them from the Rag Company. They're a lot cheaper. Just spray the window. I've already done the outside, and then nothing. This isn't rocket science. This is the one area in your car where I think you want to buff it out. Don't buff out the paint because you'll scratch it. Now I have window tint on here, and I'm using Griot's window cleaner. Pretty much any high-end window cleaner is good. Yeah, even all it is like alcohol and water, I think. So no, I got a little bit on the door, but I'll just wipe that off. It's no big deal. Oh, the other thing that you probably want to get, which I lost the microfiber part of it. This is like an as seen on TV thing. This Glassmaster Pro. This goofy thing, which is good for getting the front window. So let's do that. The front window is obviously the hardest. Well, I guess the back can be annoying too, but there really isn't any way to do this. You could spray it directly on the rag, but I like to get it on the window, which makes a little bit of a mess. And just wipe that up. I like this size towel for the windows. Oops. So my front windshield is tinted with a Lumar Air Blue 80. Yep. The windshield. And then the sides are Pinnacle Formula One, Lumar Formula One Pinnacle, 20%. It's a ceramic tint, like a heat rejection tint. Clean. Get this other side. If your window's really dirty, you just probably have to do this a couple of times, but actually I wouldn't even be doing this if I wasn't doing a video. My window's not exactly dirty. So I get most of the heavy stuff off and then use this to get all the cracks. Ah, shoot, I just touched the freaking window. That's it. Dialed in. Undo the mirror. I mean, this is the secret trick to how your windows don't fog. You just keep them clean. If they're not clean, then they fog up. So that's how I do windows. Okay, so now comes the only real detailing part of cleaning the interior, and it's treating the leather. And turn this fan down. So this is the Leather Masters 3-step kit. I'll grab you the other two and talk to you about how we're going to do this. They've actually combined these two now into one. I still use the 3-step because I have it. So we've got strong cleaner. They also have a soft cleaner, but strong cleaner, leather vital, and then leather protection cream. So first thing we do is we're going to clean the leather, and then we're going to do leather vital, and then we'll follow with protection cream. But you have to, once you put the vital on, you have to wait about an hour. So usually what I'll do is I'll clean the seat, put the vital on it, and then go do the rest of the car. And then by the time I'm done, I come back around and then I'm able to put the protection cream on the car. And I'll show you a couple of tips. The strong cleaner is pretty easy to deal with. It's the other two that you need to be careful. I've actually done it before in a black car where I did the whole thing and left little streaks over the whole entire car and had to go back over the whole thing and redo it. So the leather vital actually gets kind of streaky if you're not careful. So I have these little blue sponges. You can use any kind of sponge, but you put a little bit of the strong cleaner on there, and you want to kind of get it foamy. And then clean out the leather. So I'll do this like a section at a time. And I've also got an interior towel here. And, I don't have a whole heck of a lot of dirt on my leather, but I'm just kind of wipe it off, and that gets the rest of the dirt. I'm mainly wiping off sweat. Despite my current physical appearance, I do work out. In eating a lot more than I've been working out. That's my problem. And it's different when you're 35 than when you're 25, How old are you, Rolf? 25. See, yeah. Maybe you'll just be blessed with awesome metabolism forever, but mine's gone. This stuff really is awesome. I mean, just take notice. Make sure you're taking notice to what the leather, especially we'll notice it on here on the center console. It's starting to get a little bit worn from my sweaty elbow being on there all the time. But we'll notice a difference in what the leather feels like. Another thing, just like with anything, I don't like shiny stuff. So I don't want this to be shiny. I want it to look like leather. I don't want it to look like something that's not leather. So the strong cleaner actually removes there's like zero shininess. There's a little bit of sheen here, and the strong cleaner kind of takes that off. Kind of takes that edge off. Side bolsters. And I'll just do sections at a time. Shoot, I always forget which side I was using. There we go. By the end, the whole thing's wet, so it doesn't matter. I guess this would be more fun if you were like super dirty and had some tan seats that were super dirty.
so different.
Yeah, you'd see a lot more than before and after. But yeah, those light up. Alright. I'm putting, 3 or 4 drops on at a time, so it's not like I need to soak this thing down. I just want to get the headrest pretty good.
Oils, hair gel.
Yeah. I don't gotta worry about hair gel, but gotta worry about oil, I guess. Sweaty Florida. Alright, so what I normally do is do the front seat and then sort of hop in here. Can we turn that over toward the steering wheel? Will it work? The steering wheel is probably the dirtiest part of my car. Getting in here with like dirty hands from the gym and chalk all over the place. I think this is yeah, the center is leather too. I even like the way it looks right after the strong cleaner. Actually, yeah, you can see some dirt. Wow. Maybe I am dirtier than I think. Yeah. That could also be black dye too coming off. I bet it's dirt. And then we'll get the shifter knob. I don't know if can we get that down here? Will it work? E-brake. And then finally, the armrest, which is usually the most fun to do because it's usually the dirtiest. My car doesn't have full leather, so the dash isn't leather. This is part of the reason why I didn't do full leather, because I didn't want to have to do all this to the whole car. My GT3 is full leather though. I still haven't dialed that leather in yet either. See how it took the shine off of that? Now it's a really, it's like super matte finish, but now it's unprotected. All right. Well, while we're here, let's dial the door in too. There's a small section of leather on the door. Just this little center. All right, so now we're clean. The next step is leather vital. Now, I like to do this sort of a combination of a towel, and I'll use the same towel for the whole car, and sponge. This is the one you need to be careful about. Not careful, but it's streaky if you don't put it on right. So we'll do the steering wheel first. I don't usually wait on this part, I just put it on. So I have a little bit of this left. I have another container if we run out. So we're gonna do, you know, that much. You just want to get it on in a nice even layer, and then we'll wipe it off evenly. I doubt the orange, the suckier orange leather, we'll notice it as much if it's streaky, but on the black you definitely can. So they've actually combined Leather Vital and Leather Protection Cream into one called Leather Barrier. I don't know if that's leather or not. Yeah, we'll put it on there. So this is the part you need to wait, you know, a good 45 minutes or so before putting the final. And then I don't like buff it out, but just kind of wipe it so that you get rid of the streaks. Say, I'm telling you, I did a whole car, and it was just, the whole thing was, and it was almost impossible to get them out. And if you see a streak after you wipe this off like this, then just put a little more on. It's just kind of like putting a OptiCoat or a coating on the car, where if you don't do it right, it leaves kind of a streaky finish.
It's a little bit on the top.
Yeah, I'm gonna do another. Another way to combat the streakiness is just don't put as much stuff on the sponge.
It goes a long way.
Yeah. It's good.
Just a little bit on the top. I guess it'll be fine.
Up here.
Right there, yo. There we go. It's better.
It's hard to see from this angle. And then we'll dial in the center area here. It doesn't really hurt anything if you get it on some of the trim, it wipes off. Sweat. All right. Let's get the center console. You know, because at first I thought, well, man, I want to lay this on thick and just let it dry. Well, see all those little streaks? They stay there. They dry like that. So you have to, I mean, you still want some product to be on there, but leather kind of soaks it up. See, now it's nice and clean.
Perfect.
So let's do the front seat. So we'll get this part on video, and then I'll let you do a seat, and we can dial this thing in. Do that seat, and I'll do the front or the back. Now, I haven't had a car long enough to know how well this actually lasts durability-wise, but I think it works. I've seen Phil at Detailer's Domain use this and dial in some really jacked up looking stuff. Yeah. The ones who are not watching these videos. So notice I'm just kind of letting the towel do the work. I still want some of the product to stay on the seat, but not to the point of streaky, where you can see the physical lines in the leather. The leather care protection cream afterwards doesn't get quite as streaky as this Leather Vital. I don't really know what these things are, or what this is, but it seems to work, so I just use it. You could also just put this on a towel as well. I just like these little blue sponges. You just do a section at a time before it starts to dry. This leather's so much better than the leather in the previous generation. At least I think it is. You know, there's also, I mean, if you're a real dirty person, you can buy like an extractor and steamers and carpet cleaners and all that stuff. But it would be, as much as I like to waste money, or seem to appear to like to waste money. I don't actually like to waste money, but as much as it appears that I like to waste money, I don't want to blow money like that on something I'm never, ever going to use. So now we'll let that sit for about 45 minutes. Soak in. And then we'll put the final leather protection cream on. Oh, let's get the camera out. Oh, I guess I got to do this door here. So this, you know, once I do the back, it'll take us what? A half, you know, a couple hours maybe. Do this once a year. But I still don't like doing it, probably because it's so freaking hot here, you know. If I was in like Michigan, I'd be doing this in the winter when my car was in the, you know, in the garage all winter. Sweet. Dialed in. All right. You want to do that seat? You guys can see this is pretty easy stuff. Again, not a whole heck of a lot of payoff, because if your leather's clean, it really doesn't look a whole heck of a lot different. When you're done, it'll look, you'll notice it, but it's not like night and day. Yeah, then just make sure you wipe as you do sections. That's really what gets the dirt off, you know, is it's not even the rear seat is where you have to be really careful about streaky, because we got huge panels of leather back here.
Whatever. Like it's little things like that. Everything, there's always a way to get around. That's just me. Restriction. This one.
Yeah, I got them in the car somewhere. They don't like stay on this one. They pop off.
Yeah.
So I
They
just
don't expect people to, like, they're like, he's not gonna have kids. Well, lo and behold. They look at the average consumer, like the market, like who it might be that would buy a car like this,
yeah.
and where they focus their attention to. Obviously, it wasn't like hauling a family.
It's a pretty darn good family hauler. It's got tons of room
Yeah, it does have pretty good room.
for a sports sedan. The M5 is even bigger.
The M5 would. Which one is it considered a sports saloon, whatever you call it?
Well, they both are. It's just that just assumes that you have a 4-door,
Yeah, exactly. With a lot of power.
and that's what the Brits call it.
Sports saloon.
We call it a sports sedan. That's a weird thing these days. Like when I'm on the car forums and stuff, like everybody talks like they're British. You're not. They're.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm talking about? They're like saying like they call the trunk the boot, and they what else do they say? There's people saying.
They still call it the German way. I think the F80.
Or nannies, they call it for like traction control and stuff. That annoys the crap out of me. If you're British, I get it.
Most of them are
But if you're from like Milwaukee, stop talking like you're British.
not. Buddy, you're from the back of Nebraska. Like, what is going on here? Yeah, the leather quality is just really pristine.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's not bad at all. It's pretty
The
good.
Porsche's a little better, but this one is. But you'd expect that. The Porsche's twice the cost of this.
True. I remember one time I drove this Bentley. That leather, like this smell was just overpowering in there for me. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's all I smelled was leather. I still don't know where the value of that car really goes to. I was trying to figure it out the whole time.
Well, it's largely hand built,
Oh yeah, that's true.
But I don't want. That's not my bag.
I wouldn't do it. It's not for me. I didn't like it. I wasn't impressed. This.
Ouch. Should have just enough on this memory card to finish this up. So we got the leather care, leather protection cream. I'm gonna have a sponge down here. No. Over there. LPC. Thanks. And can you throw me one of those white towels? Thanks. So we'll do this part first. See if I'm in focus. So we'll do the steering wheel first. And this same story. This stuff isn't quite as thick as the leather vinyl, so it doesn't streak quite as badly, but you still have to wipe the excess off. I mean, the lesson I learned the first time I did it, I just laid it all on here, and I'm like, wow, I want to leave it on, and I assume it would soak in, but no. And then it's pretty much permanent. I was able to get most of it out on my Audi S4, but maybe it's my S2000. This is the first car I did with this. I think the S2000 had the more porous leather, so I never screwed that leather up. But the Audi, it was black and real smooth leather like this leather, and just jacked it up. As long as you wipe it off with a towel, you can't mess it up. It makes it look amazing. Bring that down. Can you see it? I know when I forgot to do this little section here. Oh well. We'll just treat that with some protection cream.
I'm sure it wasn't getting dirty. Maybe your leg like the gym.
Yeah. Can't always be perfect, this last week I haven't been doing such a good job. I jacked up the thing in the GT3 when I was polishing the one piece and polished the plastic piece. It came out. At first I thought I was gonna have to buy a new one, and my luck would have it that little piece of plastic probably like $500. But it's okay. It came out all right. All right. Now we got the center console.
Let it sit for a while, or does it just?
Yeah, I usually do it like at night and then let it sit for the day, and this is it.
Okay.
And we're done after this last layer. Just kind of wipe the excess off. Again, I'm not like buffing it out. I want the stuff to sit in the leather. I just want to smooth it out. And we're probably only maybe 30 minutes of drying time, but I don't care. The Leather Vital says you're supposed to use 40 or have 45 minutes, but we're close enough. It's so humid here that it probably wouldn't dry anyway. So this protection cream, like you don't have to. You can do a little bit bigger sections because it doesn't streak as much. Yeah, it smells okay. It reminds me of leather, you know. It's probably like animal fat or something that we're rubbing on here. I think this stuff is actually made for like leather jackets and stuff. I don't know. I think that's what this Leather Masters company specializes in. It just really makes the leather feel soft. Soft and maintained. I'm sure somebody right now will be watching this video, analyzing to make sure that they'll let me know if I missed like a square inch of it or something. And dude, I can't believe you missed that spot on the headrest.
You missed the stitching.
Sorry, bro. I'm trying. I'm not saying I'm a pro. I'm just a dude in my garage that happens to know a little bit more than the average guy. Oh, see, he found some dirt. I'm really slipping. Alrighty, here we go. Have at it. Don't streak me up. Let's get this thing out of here. Final finishing move. This is the secret trick right here. Griot's Interior Fine Leather Scent. It's freaking awesome smelling.
Oh, God, it smells awesome.
I've tried them all. I've tried all these different scents. But what you do is you just take this right underneath the seat, You spray it right on the carpet. It won't mess anything up. And you know, spray it where you're not gonna, you know, put your feet. But I just do like maybe 10 sprays on each side of the car, close up the doors. And then tomorrow morning when I get in, it smells like heaven. Usually lasts probably about 3 weeks or so, and then I just reapply it. You just soak the carpet. What you could do is you could also put like a sponge in the car.
Soak the sponge.
Yeah. Let the window up. Oh, I don't have the key. That's why. So that's the finishing move. That's Matt Mormon's secret trick. Griot's fine leather scent. 10 or 12 squirts on the carpet on each side, and you're dialed in. Stick your head in there, smell that. It smells like delicious. Huh?
It's not overpowering.
Well, and it'll loosen up a little after.
That's not bad at all.
I do have the key. It's in my freaking pocket. What are you talking about? The car's telling me no. Anyway, that's the interior detailing. Told you guys it's not that hard, but I'm sure if you eat a lot of cheeseburgers, you need to do something more sophisticated, but that works for me. Thanks for watching.